And Greg Meyer inside that van with his video camera. At about 9:30 in the morning, we parked it right here, sitting just down the street from Mr. Rizzo's house. It should be noted that the van was parked on a public street in broad daylight. At no time did any of our people go on Mr. Rizzo's property. What you're looking at is what cameraman Meyer saw through the lens of the hidden I-Team camera that morning. Not much happened for about 3 hours. And then around noon, several police officers became suspicious of our vehicle. If you look closely, you can see some of them in the van's rear-view mirror. Now, in just a moment, we'll show you the unedited tape of exactly what happened when one of our IT members opened the truck door. But before we do, we want you to know that when the door was open, cameraman Meyer immediately handed over this official Philadelphia police press pass in order to clearly identify himself to everybody on the scene. And also remember, as you watch this, that Frank Rizzo is not a member of the Philadelphia Police Department, and this is supposed to be an official police matter. Here we go.
All right. Wait a minute. Let him identify himself.
That's enough.
What do you mean that's enough? We want to know who you are.
Who are you, sir?
So
All right, some identification?
Identification.
Come on out.
You ever come out holding your hands up like that, you'll get in trouble. We want to know who you are and what you're doing up here. Who is he? I thought it was somebody up here to hurt somebody.
We're up here for security, you know? Would have been a lot easier to stop and tell us you're here. We don't know. He's saying you have a dog in here, right?
You're a bunch of...
We could have shot you or something. We don't know.
Pull that, take that thing out, unhook it. Or I'll throw it out in the middle of the goddamn street. You turn that off.
It's on.
It's on. Well, it
Yeah,
won't be
it's
on
on.
long.
It's
Won't be on long.
It's still on.
Let me tell you something. You know, I've been around a long time. And I just can't understand. It's all right. I'll pull another whack. Get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's nothing wrong with your TV set. It's just that Mr. Rizzo finally broke our equipment. Last Friday, I asked Police Commissioner Morton Solomon about this incident. And Mayor Rizzo, the former mayor of Philadelphia, after our cameraman had properly identified himself and the police officer at the scene read aloud Philadelphia press pass, Mayor Rizzo, holding the press pass in one hand, reached inside this truck, which we feel he had no right to do, sir, and ripped out the cables off of our recorder and damaged the camera and the cables and the recorder. You've never heard of this before? No one has informed you of this?
No, sir.
Well, that, in fact, is what happened. And 5 members of your department, sir, stood by and not only did nothing and took orders from the mayor, who was apparently in charge of this operation, but they were smiling and laughing at the same time.
Mm-hmm. I would like you to present these facts to our internal affair, and we'll be happy to investigate it and consult with the DA about the possible charges. Yesterday, while openly videotaping on Krefeld Street, we ran into Mr. Rizzo and tried to ask him about his actions last Monday. Mayor Rizzo, Stan Borman from Channel 3 News. Could we,
How are you?
Fine, sir. How are you?
Good.
Could we talk with you for just a moment?
No, I'm busy.
You couldn't answer any of our questions?
I wouldn't talk to you under any condition.
Why is that, sir?
Forget it. Scram. Get out of here.
Sir, I understand
Now,
that
look,
these...
get away from me. I'm now a private citizen.
Yes,
you
sir.
get away from me.
We're allowed to be on the street, sir.
I don't want to talk to you. Get away from me.
How do you feel about the security guards
Look,
being taken off of you, sir?
Get away from me or I'm going to throw you out in the middle of the street.
Sir, one more question.
I'm telling you, get away from me.
You were the symbol of law and order in Philadelphia, sir, for many years. People looked
Get
up to
away
you and
from
respected
me.
you.
Look, creep, get out of here.
How could you justify your actions at our cameras last Monday in
Creep,
front of your
get
house?
Out. You're a creep.
We're a member of the media. We'd like to have an answer to our question.
You're a creep.
Why did you attack our cameras, sir?
Get it all. Don't miss any of it. You're a creep. Get away from me.
Would you answer the question?
You know, you hide behind that press card.
I'm not hiding behind anything, sir.
Look,
I just wanted to get some
I'll
answers.
tell you what to do. There's a gang of yous here. There's enough of you here. By myself, I'll take yous physically.
Well, I'm not asking you to take me physically.
Well, get away from me.
Well, sir, I'm on the public street. I should be authorized to be here.
I'll break it over your. I'll break it over your head. Get away from me, you crumb. That's a challenge, except I'll put my dog away and I'll come back. And you got 1, 2, 3. And I'll do it alone with you. In that back of that fence. Just the 3 of us, 4 of us, me and you. Show you what kind of a man you are. You're less than a man. Okay? You're a crumb creep. And I wouldn't take that off of nobody. And there's three of you and I'm by myself. And when it's over, there'll be nothing to it. Win or lose, okay? But you don't have the courage. You're a real crumb bum. Put that on camera. You're a crumb bum, the three of you. And I challenge you. You're a coward. You're a yellow sneak. And if you want to, now what I say, let's forget all the rules of this great country we live in. I will go back to that wall with the three of you. Just me.
Mayor Rizzo,
you're a crumb creep coward. You can't take, you won't stand up to a man.
I'm standing up. We're not here to fight. We're here to get some answers to some questions. That's all.
I want to fight you.
Why is that?
Because you're a crumb creep lush coward.
You don't even know me, Mayor.
You are a lush. I can tell by looking at you. I was a cop all my life, and I know a lush when I see one, and you're a lush. You're going to have a hell of a story on that one. Play every word of it, crumb.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, this afternoon, Channel 3 station manager Bill Aber signed this official complaint with the police department against the officers who stood by and, as you saw, did literally nothing to restrain Mr. Rizzo from damaging our equipment. As you heard Police Commissioner Solomon say just a moment ago, any other charges will be up to him and the district attorney, Ed Rendell. One of the unfortunate aspects of all of this is that we have become the focus of this story. When it all started, we just wanted to know if your tax dollars were being properly spent for the continuing use of security guards for Mr. Rizzo. We still don't have the answer to that question. We do know, however, that 12 hours after our initial encounter with Rizzo, all police officers were pulled off the house. Commissioner Solomon insists that the timing was purely coincidental. A personal note now, if you will. When I walked over to the former mayor on the street yesterday, I was not looking for an invitation to duke it out, and I most certainly did not expect to be maligned and called a lush by Mr. Rizzo. All I wanted were some simple answers to some simple questions, and you saw what happened. By the way, we decided to play the entire interview with Mr. Rizzo unedited so we wouldn't be accused of tampering with the tape to show us in a better light or him in a less favorable light. You saw it exactly the way it went down, no more, no less. As far as Rizzo's charge that I have a drinking problem, I won't even dignify that with any answer.
Sorry about that. Oh, let me try and be somewhat professionals.
I'll give you a 9.
He can't be with me.
Hey yo, I'm born in St. Charles, North Shore, East, that's talking, Stony Brook, Oldfield, Graded Wine, Brave Villages, y'all know who Deadly is. Blew up the scene like Tom Cruise in Risky Business, but no, I'm not a psychologist. I'm just a lyricist, chemist, mad scientist, mad web, pouring bombs, THC synthesis, Ward Mel the quarterback, like who's crackers. I stuck a pick up, screen, happy cross, check that like the puck up. I'm on a curve. I'm at the whole test. With my whole crew.
Having a good night, man. It's like our white sugar night ignite. So who can and cruising. Backslappers, crazy white boys, Stony Brook rappers, born slackers. I'm a crib keeper. I got a bad green screen. I got a bad green screen. Oh no! Deputy mailbox, drunk drive, hopping the curbs. Yeah, we're smoking out your rides. We're the Horsby. Only for Pete. No, of course I won't stop. Horse. All right, enough. The Crypt Keepers get me hype. Walter, you're making fun of me. All right, guys. Okay, everybody. Sorry about the thing in the back here. Before I do anything, you guys know who that man is, and I want him to be welcomed. You need to welcome him. His name is Coach, and he's my co-host. Please welcome a Coach. Welcome, Coach. Please welcome, Coach. Thank you, Walter. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. And hi, Miss Demeanor. Hello, Harry. Yes, Coach says hello. I'm Lucky and Kylie. It's funny every time. Hi, hello, Lucky Leo. There's two Leos. There's a big conspiracy, guys, going around here. Cage. Everybody loves Coach. Look at this. I'm not professionals. I'm a crumb bum, Henry. You know it, Henry. You won't hold up under questioning. Oh, really? The Pacers? I love you guys. I know, Clyde. I got to show you, Cycle. I got to show you the fridge, man. Because I'm going to start asking you guys what's in your fridge. All right, we all know that. I am the coach now. So this is Rocky Room. All right, everybody. Well, actually, we got through we did the whole Crypt Keepers song. How about that? You guys must be, I don't know, you guys Crypt Keepers or something? Are you guys Crazy White Boy, Stony Brook Rappers? Hey, where's my super chat? Today it was a big it was a big joke off, and I had two people and they were telling jokes, but I'm wondering where are the super chats. The show should have been all about super chats. It should have been who gives the biggest super chat, and that's who I'm going to talk to and have on my show. It should have been called Super Chat Saturday. Well, okay. Today is today is not Saturday. Today is Tuesday. Well, I don't care, Kevin. Kevin, today is Tuesday. Well, I don't care. It doesn't matter what day it is. They should be giving super chats every single day. What's wrong with you? Why do you think I do this? I was a successful comedian, and I stopped doing it to wear a bicycle helmet and to sit here and ask you for super chats. I know. I'm the only one laughing. I'm sorry. It's just been in my head. You know, you get something in your head for a couple days. Like, I was working on time at the 5 and dime, and the boss was Mr. McGee. I won't put you through it, but he wore a raspberry beret. Somebody's got to get rid of this piano because all I do is annoy you guys with it, and I'm sorry. But today, I almost didn't want to come on today because I don't like fucking negativity. But I got to tell you, I fucking can't stand this Stuttering John douchebag. All the good memories I had, all the nice things that I said when nobody said anything nice. In this whole universe we got going on here, nobody says anything nice. Everybody hates the motherfucker. All they do is they just make fun of him. Rightfully so. I mean, okay, let's take the top 10 people on air in the Dabbleverse. I mean, all the people that gave super chats. Let's take the top 6 people that gave super chats or who received the super chats. Okay, let's go. Shuli, John hates Shuli, but more importantly, Shuli hates John. Bob Levy, does he like John? No, he hates John. Mike Morse, he must like John. No, he hates John. Kevin Brennan, I don't like John. He doesn't give me super chats. Kevin Brennan doesn't like him. Who else is on? El Horrible hates John. OJ hates John. Phil Elmore hates John. Vince the lawyer fucks with John. Patrick Melton hates John. I'm just trying. I'm sorry, I just stopped there for a minute. I'm just trying to think anyone besides me who ever said anything nice about John. Can you think of anyone? I'm Cardiff the potato. No, he's not. John is just so in love with himself that he believes that Cardiff is somehow on his team. No, he's just he's goofing on you. I'm just surprised he doesn't call him sir like he does to Tukey, which is very funny, by the way. Tukey! Does Tukey like John? Tukey hates John. Last thing I want is anyone to not like another human being. I mean, John is selfish. He is conceited. He is an egomaniac, narcissist, user, phony, just all around piece of shit. But guess what? He's still a human being. And I think that this is where I falter. I falter because I'll still try and look for a good thing in this person who only cares about himself. I know nothing about his family. I'll never go there. I'll never go there because none of my business. Kind of like my medical. Kind of like when I heard today, he goes on the air and says as a fact, Casey Armstrong has herpes. As a matter of fact, not making a joke. Just oh no, he's got herpes. Sorry guys, that DoorDash was fucking horrible. And he one of them Shuli toothpicks. Sorry. Oh yeah, so I just learned that I have herpes today. Whether I have herpes or not, what the fuck business is it of yours, you fucking piece of shit? And who the fuck are you to broadcast it on the air? Last I looked, that was called slander. If I got herpes or if I got genital warts or if I got fucking AIDS or syphilis, it's my fucking business. If I don't fucking say anything and I don't tell people that, then shut the fuck up. What are you? Are you my fucking doctor? You say you're my friend? Are you fucking kidding me? I'm done with it, man. If you ever thought you were my friend or had any inkling that you might have been my friend for any fucking minute of time, do you think going on the air and making up something that you know nothing about You claim a girl told you that I have that? You claim Gary told... What the fuck would my boss know about my dick? God. Every time you want to fucking like this guy and just say he's a human being, leave him alone. He does something like this. I didn't do shit to him. I'm the one that's fucking said nice things about him. I kept telling you, guys, you don't know him. We played golf. He invited me to his house. What a fucking asshole. And you're like, Casey, you're getting mad because you're probably upset because of what he said. That it's probably true. You probably have herpes. So what if it is? I never said I had herpes, or I never said I don't have herpes. But do I leave it to my friend to let everybody fucking know? Is that what friends do? I don't know. Maybe I'm not a good friend. It's unbelievable. So I'll get into a whole bunch of shit tonight because I'm in a pissy mood now because I don't like to be negative. I hate being negative. I hate having this shit around me. I'm not mad if someone makes a joke about me. That's fine. But shit between me and my doctor, if at all, if that's the case, if I have herpes or I don't have herpes, who the fuck are you to take it upon yourself? Unless are you trying to help me by telling everyone I have herpes? Is that gonna help me in any way? Because I'm your friend, right? Is that gonna help me? Are girls gonna like that? Are you trying to hook me up with girls? Do you think that might be an issue? Maybe. God, what an asshole! I'm your friend, right? No, I'm not your friend. And that there comes a line, and I'm sure across every fucking relationship this guy has ever had. I believe the guy in Rochester, the guy Vinny, I believe he's hit that already. I believe that line has been crossed already, and that only took 2 or 3 weeks. I'm talking 20, 25 years, and I guess because I came on the podcast and think about 5 months ago, so I guess eventually this was gonna happen, but I'm done. I am so done with this piece of shit. You're a fucking user. You're a user, and I still feel bad. I know yeah, I'm a lummox. I'm an idiot. I'm not smart because I feel bad for this guy, and I don't want to say these mean things. That's why I suck at podcasting. Let me ask you a question. Is Shuli to blame for the woman who took a dump when you gave the link out and got you taken down? Or everybody knows it was Patrick Melton that gave it out to whoever did it? Why are you not picking on Patrick Melton? Because you know he's fucking awesome at what he does, because you know that he'll put in the work and he'll fucking do anything to put you under? Shuli has a fucking conscience. Patrick Melton doesn't. Patrick Melton's a fucking he's a viper. He's like a stealth bomber. He don't give a shit. If you fuck with Patrick Melton, he'll fucking go through your garbage. He doesn't care. He's got no sympathy. But that's finally what I understand what Vince has been talking about. I was not a fan of Vince. I didn't like Vince. I'm not saying I do. The little fuck's grown on me, though. Not saying I like him. But when he talks about you being, with John being a narcissist, now I get it, man. From what I understand, and again, I'm not the smartest person that you'll meet. Okay, I admit it. Everybody knows that. I don't claim to be anything special as far as intellect goes, like John does. Do you think John's a fucking a genius? The fucking guy couldn't even. He's been in supposedly when I got there right out of college. I asked the guy, "Hey," I was his boss, by the way. Not that I would tell him. Well, yeah, there were tasks that I was in charge of that database, task manager, and I wasn't really good at it because I gave the guy way too much respect because he had been there for so long. He's a guy that he made me laugh my ass off when he went and did those interviews. You know, he was part of the reason why I was a fan of Howard. So when I first got there out of college, Howard handed me this part of my job was to be kind of like an assignment editor. And John had like 2 or 3 things to do. And I had to check in because I had to report to Howard. Is the mail done? Which he would have interns go and do. And then every once in a while, it'd be a frivolous thing like call SIR to see if we can rent a guitar. Something so meaningless. Nothing. He had nothing to do. His job was to answer the phone, and that's it. He left as soon as the show was over. I can't believe I wonder what would have happened if I would have just done what. I wonder if I would have got fired if I wanted to when he asked me, "What are you going to do?" When I was in the same elevator as him on 9/11, we were going down. He left the same fucking time I did. Boss says I can leave work. I'm gone. We were in the same elevator on the way down. We left at the same time. And then, yeah, I guess I'm a scumbag because Giuliani said, you don't have to come in. So I took that as I'm going to hang out with my friends. And I'm selfish asshole at that point. Yeah, I'm a dick. But when he comes back in and I have a fight with him on the air verbally, and he calls me a pussy, and he says, "What are you going to do?" Do you understand what? See, this is what makes me think this guy has never been in a fight before in his life. You don't say that to another man. You don't say, "What are you going to do?" And I really wonder if on that day I would have acted like a human being instead of being worried about losing my dream job. I wonder if I just smacked him once. Yeah, I would have been fired. So I just would have sped up time 5 years. But I hope this isn't an excuse for this guy to start talking tough now, because guess what? I'm my own boss now. I don't want to harm anybody. I want no problems with anyone. But I'm going to tell anybody, Tom Chiasano isn't going to fire me. So just keep that in mind. I don't want any trouble from anyone. I'm an old man, okay? I'm an old fuck. This isn't even a thought. I was just thinking out loud. Sorry, guys. I can't look over you because you guys make me laugh. And then, what are you doing, bud? Now, what are you doing? Vincent and Bessie K, did you see the video I posted today tributing Coach Armstrong? Somehow I think he's not tributing my father. Somehow I think Vin, the bloated attorney, what are we calling him now? I don't know. There's a bunch of names for him. But I give credit where credit is due. The guy's made me laugh a couple times, right? he dishes it out and he can take it. He's not sensitive. So I respect that. He hasn't said bad things about my father. He's implied really weird things. It makes me laugh. At the camp, my father and my mother, my family, we ran a wrestling camp. Not we. I mopped the mats, as he so gloriously told you. I mopped the mats. I wasn't allowed to wrestle. I was basically kept in a cage, and they let me out at 5 a.m. With Gene Mills in the back of a U-Haul, and I go around and I mop all the mats. And then when after I mop the mats, the morning session, I go back into the cage. They put the key in there, and they throw lunch in there or something like that. And then at the end of the day, I go mop the mats again. Vince was a camper, he says. So I would be mopping up Vince's sweat from his practices. But he's there was this thing like my old man used to do. He would say, "All right, give this person a big hand," and you think everybody would clap. But at the Berg, at Strasbourg Wrestling Camp, a big hand was that. Now Vince, which made me laugh. Vince took a picture. There was a picture that's out there with a bunch of kids giving the high five. and Vince somehow, in his infinite wisdom, implied that it was a high five kind of held like the 1943 Germans would do. What an asshole. But come on, it's so absurd, it's funny. All right? And the fucking rule is if it's funny, you can't get mad. That's fucking funny. When someone doesn't have the talent that Vince has, okay, fucking I said it. He's a talented little fuck. He's funny. His dry humor is funny. I mean, the fucking Mr. Miyagi thing. And it took me like 2 or 3 days. I had never seen Karate Kid 2. And I was like, I didn't understand that he told this funny. I just thought it was a funny story that somehow he created this beef that me and Vince the camper had, and my father had indigestion. And he was on his deathbed, and he took our hands and put them together, and he said, "You guys got to squash this beef." This is fucking hilarious on so many levels. Because why would we have a beef? Why would a camper and my dad, I'm his son, and a man's son, be over his deathbed from indigestion and put our hands together and say, "We got to squash this"? Squash what? I gotta tell you, all right, the little fucking pipsqueak, that little fuck, he hit a home run on that one because it's very rare where I'll laugh out loud. That one I did. He made us hold hands and said, "We got to," and the way he said it, the way Vince told it was really fucking funny. He goes, and the way he talks about my old man, like he was like this old sage. He was this, uh, you know, he was Mr. Miyagi. It's real funny, guys. Yeah, it's insulting to me and my family, but it's funny. That's the rule. If it makes you laugh, then you got no leg to stand on. I see that a lot in Milton, but he doesn't make me laugh as much as Vince. But I see what he's doing, and he goes to the extreme. But I wrote him a note the other day, and I said, like he said, like, and here's where there's a line between being a sensitive cunt and understanding that someone is just trying to be entertained. Excuse me, trying to be entertaining, trying to get a rise out of you. Milton goes on and says he wants to kill me. He says he's so angry at the way I run my show that if he ever saw me doing comedy, he would ask someone if they knew anyone who would kill me for money. I mean, yeah, that guy made me chuckle, I guess. But YouTube takes that very seriously. You can't say shit like that. So, you know, the devil on one shoulder didn't stand a chance because I get it. I would never do anything. Like I could have done, what the guy did to John with the shit and all that stuff. I could have taken Milton off, but I would never do that to somebody because he's he's being funny. I'm not such a cunt that to me that I'm so important that if people think that's funny, and I've heard people thought that was funny. So I'd never do anything like that to him. You know what I mean? Do you guys understand what I'm saying? You really got to be a sensitive, selfish cunt if you're gonna fuck with someone else and the money that they're making. That's why I fucking can't stand when people make other accounts pretending to be someone else. That shit I don't like because that's not funny. If you're gonna be funny, do it. Do it under your fucking name. Be fucking funny. Be more funny. So I send Milton a an email and I say, "Hey man, look, I don't know if you're serious. If you want me dead, you really don't like me or whatever. But I gotta tell you, I laughed at your bit on me, and was wondering if you wanted to come on and we could we could talk about it." And now, okay, so now I'm thinking about it. Now it is kind of funny. So I'm up this morning and I'm making breakfast, which I hate. I hate breakfast more than anything. And I see Milton's on, so I send him over a thing saying, "Oh, because he was making fun of Steel Toe, who I think is another. Wow, look what's happening to me. I used to be so nice, but this Steel Toe guy is such a douche. The guy is it looks like uh, a wet paper bag of mashed potatoes, and he's telling everybody about how tough he is and about boxing and shit. It's like, God, are I'm a loser, so I do. Is this whole place full of fucking losers? He's talking about boxing and being tough and talking about like these like he's a fucking an authority on boxing or athletics. If that guy can run a mile without fucking passing out, I'll eat my hat. I'll eat your ass. But anyway, so I go to Milton because he's ripping on him and doing a great fucking job. That's why I got to start liking Milton. Because this guy, this Aaron Steel Toe guy, whose wife is so interesting and so looks to be so sweet. That's someone I would like to meet. I think she's great. But this guy gets up there and the fucking arrogance that you see on his Steel Toe show, he's up there doing stand-up comedy. He didn't tell one fucking joke and was fucking horrible. Was playing to like racism and hey, you can be funny doing racist jokes and shit like that if it's funny. But if you're just up there being if you're hate mongering and just being stupid with no fucking joke, no creativity, no, I'm not on board. I'm not a fan. You're just a fucking dumb racist. But he's up there with this same fucking cockiness and the arrogance, and he sucked so fucking bad. Some people, and he reminds me a lot of John, some people just go through life thinking and fooling themselves that they're so fucking important. And they have this talent that's this unwavering, fucking unbelievable talent. And this art when they are just fucking cunts. So Milton is ripping into this guy, and I'm like, all right, I'm down with it. I love this. So I send it in. Hey, Milton. Yeah, this guy's a turd, or this guy, I agree. This guy's horrible. I don't remember what I said. And he goes, I don't think that's the real Casey or whatever. So then I write him another one, say, no, it's me. Check your email, because that's the email I told you about. And he goes, this is funny. All right. Remember the rule? If it's funny, it's cool. He goes, oh, okay, it is the real Casey. Oh, I got your email, and I ripped it up on the air yesterday. Funny. He goes, I read it, and I ripped it up live on the air yesterday. So he doesn't want to be my friend. All right. Well, that was funny. So I can't be mad at him. All right. Yeah, if you've noticed, I haven't been looking over there because you guys make me laugh and you take me off. But I'll get back on John. But let me see. But I don't like what he did to Joey C's kid. That some people might think that's funny. I don't. But other than that, I mean, he could threaten to kill me and stuff like that. That's fine. Well, I mean, because that's like satire, Back during the Irish potato famine, there was a guy named Jonathan Swift. He was a writer, and he wrote about the Irish potato famine, and he didn't attribute, but he made the satire of cannibalism. It was so outlandish. Again, if it's funny, it's okay. Do you think Patrick Milton will ever kill me, or hire someone to kill me, or do you think John will ever fight me? What I just you don't have to like me or anything, but what would happen if either one of those people tried to fight even an old man like me? Well, you'll have something to go back on after Rochester, because I take what I should be angry at Vince the lawyer, I take that as a romantic opportunity. I'm going to say Vince is never going to be able to walk without some sort of brace. He'll be bow-legged for the rest of his life because I'm so amorous. That big tub full of ice, it's gonna be temporary, But he's gonna walk out of Rochester like he's been straddling a globe. It's all love. I am going to love this man like he's never been loved before. He's like, hey, you've had me 12 times. Don't you think it's enough? It's never enough. I'll never stop. Whee! What are you guys thinking? Do you guys think I'm sorry? Walter Adams, one of the super chats. Hey, Walter, thanks for the $10. That's what I'm talking about. You guys see me on here. I'm not wearing a helmet, but I'm talking about John and Vin. They don't get super chats. I'm the one that gets the super chats. You think Steel don't get super chats? No, he's gonna have them. I'm the one that gets the super chats, and everyone knows it. So just give me super chats. Can I be more clear? I don't know when I made Kevin Brennan look like the cross between Rudy Giuliani, Rocky Dennis, and Bugs Bunny. Leo Gunn, everybody! He gifted 5 Casey Armstrong memberships. So I guess it's technically a super chat. So Leo did a good thing. Why don't everybody else do a good thing? I don't really see any $1.99 super chats like I see on Stuttering John's show. If you're gonna send me a $1.99 super chat, then you're not a fan of Kevin Brennan. I do only $50 super chats, or I don't get on a computer. If you do a $1.99 super chat, you're a meanie bajini. Yeah, I'm stupid. It's Thaw Mountain. Hi, Thaw Mountain. Times are hard. So this is what I can afford right now. Cheers, but no, dude, Star. Hey, don't. I was making a joke, man. No, that is, man. I owe you. You come in here all the time, and you donate to the show all the time. I didn't mean anything like that, man. I'm just making a joke because at one time, I think it was Kevin or John. They took down super chats if they weren't like a certain. I'm sorry if you took it that way. You're an awesome dude. My sauce is coming in tomorrow. I was telling Leo because I'll tell you about the Leo conspiracy. There's two, but Star Mountain, I want to send you one because I'm getting some in tomorrow. So KC at WMAPradio.com. Send me your address. I'm going to send Leo's one, except for the one Leo who's in like great shape and he doesn't eat pasta. So fuck you, Leo. I'm just kidding. But Star Mountain, send me your address. I want to show my respect and show you how much I appreciate you because you come in and you donate all the time. The least I could do is give you some sauce for the super chats. But I'm psyched because it comes tomorrow. I checked on UPS. It's been like 3 weeks already. And my favorite marinara sauce from Utica is coming tomorrow. So the two Leos, not the Leo that's slim good body, that is upset if he gets an ounce of fat on his ass because he's in shape. But the other Leo and you promised me that your wife, who I understand is a beautiful and a great person, you better not let her use my fucking favorite sauce from Utica to cook with. Don't you dare. I want you guys to sit down. I want you to make some rigatonis, or this thing that starts with an N, macacacos, the thick noodles with the ridges and the hole in it. So the sauce gets in the fucking noodles and you don't get it on your face and look like an asshole. I want you to just eat the sauce with a little Parmesan. Promise? Because I owe Leo one too. My friend Christine, I owe one too. Over there at Lavender Lane. You guys want crystals, Reiki, holistic stuff. She's in Canada, but she can help you here. Go to lavenderlaneptw.ca. That lady knows her shit. All right. So Star Mountain, we clear? We understood? Good. Oh, it's Dom DeLuise. Whoa. Hey, Dom DeLuise. John wants you to take an STD test and reveal the results at Rochester. He says he'll take the test with you. It's like an HSS gag. I say do it. This fucking numbnuts didn't even know that genital warts stay with you for life. What would you guys rather have? Would you rather have herpes or genital warts? I don't know. I got them all, so who cares? I mean, here we go. I'll go back to my old. It's not like I don't wear the condoms, talking about STDs, because I'm not gonna catch AIDS twice. You know that whole thing. We're going back years on that one. I'm not gonna catch genital warts twice. I'm not gonna catch herpes twice. Because they stay in your body for the rest of your life. What do I get if I go up there and I know. I know how they test for it. I have been tested for it. They take a Q-tip. Maybe this is where this came from. Maybe I told this story. No, I didn't. But I never told anybody except my doctor, or if it was going to affect any woman that I might have been with, about my sexual past or my history or whatever. But in college, I got a burning one time. So I went to the the on-campus thing. And, you look at my cock, there's nothing wrong with it. But still, they took a Q-tip and they put it inside my piss hole. I still think about it. I'm like, that hurt. So that is supposed to check if you got anything. That one came up negative. Did you have to stick a Q-tip in my piss hole to tell me I'm okay? But what they did give me, they gave me these pills because for some reason it was hurting to piss. I might have had a urinary tract infection or something. I know broads get it all the time, but it's not likely for a guy to get it. So I guess they thought that I was a cocksman and I might have had something wrong. So they gave me these pills that help when you piss, so it wouldn't hurt so much. It was supposed to last for like 2 or 3 days. The only thing wrong was that the pills would make you piss bright orange and it would stain your undertrousers. So I couldn't let this go without having fun with it. So I told my roommates and my teammates when we would hang out late at night, we'd be drinking beer and stuff like that. So you have to piss every 2 minutes. So we'd call them brown Cadillacs. So whenever we could, we'd stick a brown Cadillac in someone's drink. One of the teammates, one of our friends. We wouldn't do it to anybody else. And then Buckethead, who was my roommate, kind of, I guess he caught wind of it, he kind of heard about it. So there was one bathroom in our apartment. It was me, Mose, and Buckethead. Me and Mose are sitting out. We're hanging out, and we hear Bucket. Oh, get the fuck out of here, you assholes! Are you serious? As he's pissing bright fluorescent orange. You brown Cadillac me? Again, if it's funny, it's funny. He got brown Cadillac. And some people like we give it to him, and then we'd know they were going to take a piss, and we'd watch their face when they came back. Some of them would say, "Guys, this is weird. Do you guys ever piss like bright orange? You got brown Cadillac, motherfucker." But the funniest was when we'd give it to somebody who had no idea and didn't know about the story or whatever, and we knew they just pissed bright fluorescent orange, but they didn't say anything. They just had this worried look on their face. And Buckethead would be like, "You've been brown Cadillac." Woo! Hey, look. Oh, what a little sweetheart. That's PS with AJ. Cheer up, Buttercup. Don't let anyone rob you of your shine. PS. Thank you, Leo Gunn, for the membership. Oh, awesome. Thank you. I had AJ on last week, and she was a great guest. People loved her, and you could see why. She's a sweetheart. Thank you so much for that. I enjoyed our interview. I think you're a really nice person, and very pretty too, right, guys? See, people don't think that you should have girls in the Dabbleverse. They think that you should just have super chats, and whatever you do should end in a super chat. People don't understand that there's a thing in YouTube. It's called analytics. You look who your fucking audience is. Do you know that our audience in this Dabbleverse is around 89 or 94% men? There are no women in the Dabbleverse. We're all men. So when I bring a Miss Jade or Miss Natasha will be back on Thursday. I bring a Miss AJ. Yeah, not only are they awesome people, I don't just bring anybody on here, but we're men, right? I mean, if someone's witty and someone's funny, and then you add the fact that they're like beautiful, like Miss AJ or Natasha or Jade or Chrissy. There was a thing, guys. I learned this a long time ago for E. I learned this by sitting in on a meeting that E had. They took the ratings when Arnold Schwarzenegger was on, huge star, right? This was back in like 2002 or whatever. Arnold was huge. And they compared his numbers to a girl who came on, a scores girl who came on to turn, we were playing like Wheel of Fortune or something on some dumb game, for a girl to come on and just turn the letters in a bikini. Guess who got more fucking views? I just gave it away. So everyone, take that. I just helped you out. See, that's why I know a little bit of shit. I'm bad podcasting, but I might know a little bit. I just from being around. Not saying I'm talented. Not at all. I would never say that about me. I would say I have opinions, and I'm going to tell you them. That's my ode to Phil Elmore. I like Phil. He's a friend of mine, and I like him. But thank you, AJ. You're awesome. Yeah, and you're right. I won't let them steal it from me. I get it. I know. It's. I don't lose any sleep over it. John's a human being, and I'll pray for him. I hope he finds some sort of composure and happiness in his life, and he doesn't have to use other people to bring himself up. But right now, I'm taking as I see it, a permanent timeout from Stuttering John. Doesn't mean I don't like him. Doesn't mean I wish anything but awesome things for him and his family. That's the truth. But you know what I do wish? I do wish Vince brings lots of lube because he is going to get worked over. I'm going to put him in a banana split. Like Vince was a wrestler, he says. So, what's wrong with a friendly wrestling match between two naked men in their 40s? What's wrong with that? For a couple days. I can just imagine. I can just see myself. I can see what's going on. Vince going for, his like underwear. Hey, what are you doing? And Vince is like, well, I was going to put my underwear back. No, you're not. You're not putting your underwear back on. Who do you think I am? You think you're the last attorney on earth I can get? Get those underwear off. How dare you try and get dressed? Hi, Whatnot Chaser. Another good one. Vince the lawyer has once deep in his dirty places. So make sure you double up on the members. Oh, well, Whatnot Chaser. Oh, don't you worry. I went on Amazon and I got a ribbed cock ring. I got it's not a ton. It's called there's a name for it. A vat, not a vat. It's a unit of measurement for condoms. Basically, it's like a box. It's like a moving box. It probably has a couple thousand in there. It's like a ton, not a ton. It's let's just say there's a lot of condoms. Okay, a bunch of cock rings, some oil. Because word around the office is that Vince has a fat cock. I do too. So I said to him, what's wrong? Well, two guys, two fat cocks, some oil. Why don't we rub them together? Vincent and Bessie, if anyone deserves to know if you have STD, it's me. You gonna make me get tested? Don't you trust me? Don't you love me, Vince? Baby, do you think I'd lie to you? Come on, it's me. It's Case. Come on. Don't you remember? My old man, we were on his deathbed. He took our hands together. And he said, you know what he said. He goes, you guys are going to have to hump this out. You seem to recall he said, you got to squash the beef. Not what he said. Tell the truth, Vince. He said, you guys got to hump this out. And at Rochester, we have 2 days to do it. I can't figure out what the unit of measurement. It's not a pallet. It's a lot of condoms. So I hope you're doing your stretches. I hope you're doing your exercises. Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Cage. What's up? Case, what did you do with Jade and Natasha? Backyard tour? No, Cage. Those two are my friends. I only got eyes sexually for one right now. He's an attorney, quite successful. Some might say he might be funny. He's got to practice in New York City. I believe if you're looking for an attorney, call Vince. Call one something. Get Vince or something. Vince and Bessie. He's the one that I have eyes on sexually right now. Jade and Natasha, you've seen. They are unbelievable. But I have my eyes on the prize. I don't give up. I've been planning this for like fucking days. But good question. Hi, Hot Body, 1330. 2 genital warts just stole my herpes. I mean, truck. I don't have herpes. You guys are silly. Good one, Hot Body. Thank you. Don DeLuise, you're not going to jump in on this, are you? I took the AIDS test, but I crammed the night before. Nice. Thank you, Don DeLuise. Don DeLuise, are you going to Rochester? Was hoping you'd go. Hey, Dom, I want to go with Vince. If there's room on the flatbed with me, High Pitch Eric, and Phil Elmore. If there's room under the tarp, you'll see me on the highway probably. You know, I guess all three of us could be laying down on our backs. We got the tarp over. Gonna be a long trip, but I hope the truck well, Vince is gonna be driving. And I said it to myself. I said, Case, don't you dare be a mental pussy. Don't you dare make him pull over and get one in quick before you get to the hotel room. So I wouldn't be rude. I wouldn't do that. That would be rude to Eric and Phil. They'd have to wait and they'd have to come back and say, why is there blood all over your face? All right, I might have taken a little bit out of control there, but all right. Yeah, I got a lot more venom, guys, but I think I got it out of me, some of it, but I'll continue tomorrow. I want to thank everybody who came in. I have more shit to say. Hold on. Don DeLuise says, there's no room if Phil Elmore is going. He's a... if I was AJ, I'd say we should all go fart on a fish. But Dom, I think I get you. You're saying he's big. He's a big boy. Well, so is Eric, and so am I. I just finally got my scale back up. I like to keep myself exactly at 193 pounds. Depending if it's my period, I go up to like 195. After my morning piss or after workout, I'm 190. But I'm usually 193. 6 foot, 193. But that's not if you're counting the lifts on my shoes. If you take the lifts out, I'm like 5'9". Yeah, I wear these lifts on my shoes. And next time I see Shuley, I might have to have a weekend with Shuley too. Shuley is the one I met Vince the lawyer in Pottstown, and backstage is meant for people that are performing, not for people taking pictures of people or zeroing in on their fucking notebook because that's what the Levy used to like. One time in a hotel room in Utica, my friend Sexton, who was in a murderer's row, took a shit in a cup and he was walking around in people's room with it. And Levy goes, "Hey, Sexton, usually people write down their act. They don't carry it around with them." So whatever you think of my act, people back there are people that are going to go perform. Vince the lawyer's back there taking pictures, fucking trying to sneak a look at my phone to see who I'm betting on. I mean, the guy was a fucking knucklehead. He was a nuisance. I'm going to write a new movie, not American Psycho, because I was supposed to star in that instead of Christian Bale. It should have been me. That guy got a reservation to Dorsia. My name is Patrick Bateman. I'm 44 years old. I take care of myself. I do a vigorous routine. I start my day off with sit-ups. I can do 1,000 now. There is a lot you may think you have in common with Casey Armstrong. You can shake my hand, and you can feel flesh gripping yours. And you might even think we have something in common.